Jet Set, JSR. Groovy. Jet Set Radio.
Never thought something like this would happen for Jet Set, so.
25 years ago, I designed a video game.
We grew up playing this game, you know.
When I played it, I stole spray paint cans and painted the side of my house. And my mom was pissed, or mom was pissed.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the game did say do not do this.
You shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all smoking blunts for Grand Theft Auto? I mean, shit, Jet Set Radio. It's California, y'all can smoke on the street. My mother got mad because I was playing this shit when I was like 12, but yeah, it's good.
I'm an artist for Jet Set Radio. Thank you.
Carlos, what's going on? This is so sick.
Hi everybody, we're celebrating 25 years of Jet Set Radio. It's a little bit of everything for everybody to enjoy. We're here just celebrating the culture, what this game means to a lot of people, and kind of like the art of this game. It's so important to just anything that's going on. We're here. Hope you're having a good time, Frank. Are you having a good time?
It's so sick. I love it.
There's even going to be a Q&A from the creators about the development and history of Jet Set Radio.
Today, we're at Braindead Studios on Fairfax, Los Angeles, and we are here to celebrate 25 years since the release of Jet Set Radio on Sega Dreamcast. There's a wall where people can tag and leave their mark in the spirit of the graffiti painting of the original game. There's a whole gallery wall that people can walk down and immerse themselves in concept art that takes them through the origins of the game. Got merch upstairs, some limited print Braindead Sega Jet Set Radio merch, and it's just really a cool way for people to come and celebrate. For many, is their favorite game. And honestly, from a perspective of just gaming culture, just one of the best games of the early 2000s, late 90s, that we wanted to celebrate that in a really good way.
All right, we're here with all the hardcore Jet Set Radio fans. This is awesome.
You want to see what's inside?
I got games and shit just in case, you know.
Just in case.
Just in case, you never know what happens.
Got extra mags.
Japanese sleeve.
Japanese box.
Yeah, it's super rare. Because Xbox doesn't sell in Japan.
Kiryu to Majima,俺のデザイン。
Oh, he designed Kiryu and Majima.
Oh, really?
You guys mind? How far did you travel down for this?
I came from Seattle, up in the Pacific Northwest, so yeah, I think Jet Set Radio has always influenced my illustration style. I'm an illustrator. Yeah, it's been a big influence because of that. Also, I've just enjoyed like Japanese street youth culture, so and the music, of course. Like I think it was way ahead of its time in that regard. So yeah.
What's it like seeing so many fans of this game in America 25 years later?
Unbelievable. Just very, very thankful. Obliged. Yeah. Very obliged, very thankful.
Let's get scratching.
To just get this kicked off, two guys created this game 25 years ago. I'm not sure if they knew how impactful it would be when they're sketching it originally. I think we all have questions and want to know how this all came to be. So let's bring up Kikuchi-san and Ueda-san. What was the early origins of Jet Set Radio?
The very beginning where this all started is Ueda. I want to say he was like 25, maybe 26 at the time. He just drew up some sketches and brought it to my desk and said, I want to make a game out of this.
What was your biggest inspiration?
I think Tokyo at the time was a very unique hub. It was like this intersection of a lot of different cultures from around the world. We'd import street culture, music, from punk rock, ska, reggae, hip hop. There was a lot of different cultures coming into Tokyo. Because I think it was almost like this melting pot, if you will, different cultures that you wouldn't even find in America or Europe because it's more unique over there. It's because it was in Tokyo that I felt we had that specific vibe at that point in time. And there was a lot of digital music, the hip hop scene, and a lot of just remixes happening, a lot of sampling. And I think when we heard that music, it just felt like the right fit for the game.
This is probably one of the first cel-shaded games ever. So what made you go with the cel-shaded aesthetic, or how did you even think about it?
I think at the time, a lot of the different game developers and the whole console war was based on trying to pursue that photorealistic type of visual expression. But looking at where culture was, and you've got anime, comics, all this illustration, to me it felt like there was a different path, a different almost vector we could go on and create some kind of visual expression. So I believe that the team could somehow figure out a way to take this look and then make it renderable in 3D.
Manga Dimension.
The producer at the time, when he saw this, he called it inside our company the manga dimension.
And Kikuchi-san, how was it translating this art into the game?
So we weren't even sure what kind of game this is going to be when Ueda first brought these sketches to my desk. And
I don't know the game about that.
Initial discussions as a result of, we decided, okay, it's going to be an action game of some sort. And in these initial character designs, the characters were already wearing skates. So we knew we had to do something with skates and action, but also the sort of concept art really kind of reminiscent of Tokyo. So it was Tokyo City, skates, and action. We kind of expanded the game from those three pillars. And back then in the game industry, everyone was trying to figure out how to use 3D. It was still a very new concept and idea to have 3D in your video game. So among all these studios experimenting with 3D, we thought, okay, we'll take skating, 3D, action, and we'll get something new.
Why inline skating? Was there not skateboarding, not BMX? Was there a spark that you saw in skating?
When we landed on the idea of skating, it was about, we wanted a game where people could explore Tokyo. So that's all we had to start with. And we imagined people just climbing these buildings, grinding on power lines, and just running around the city. And when it came down to it, okay, let's think about this. We could do it with a skateboard. Well, then, your feet are kind of fixed together. Or if we do it with BMX, you're kind of like stuck with certain animation. So it didn't give freedom of your limbs, your hands, your feet, which was something we wanted to show in the action component of the game, that sense of freedom. And inline skates are the only form where you can dance while wearing them.
When we talk about the music, again, was there a reason that you chose, the music supervisor you did or the music that was created?
I think it was luck that we were able to meet Hideki Naganuma as well. Like, it was just a chance of fate. Yeah, so we didn't really explain. We just showed them the pictures and said, make music that matches this.
What was it like within the company at the time when you guys are pitching this idea? Was it like a hard pitch?
Within Sega at the time, and just to preface this, it was not an easy project to get through and get greenlit. But because we are all salarymen, so to speak, we're on payroll, which means if your project doesn't go through, usually your team is kind of dissolved and you're folded into other teams to work on other games, filling in different roles. But I'm very thankful for this. Our boss at the time said, you know what, you guys keep polishing this idea until it's ready. And he gave us like 1 year, which at the time was unheard of. So I asked my boss, this isn't normal. How can you give us like a whole year to work on this concept? And he's like, well, I feel like you guys are gonna do something crazy and start something. So I'm doing my best to kind of hold the fort. That just reminded me when we pitched this to Sega the final time, I actually sprayed a little fragrance on our pitch deck. And then I walked in with a giant boombox and cassette tape, and I started jamming while Kikuchi presented it to the CEO.
How did that go over?
The fact that we're sitting here speaks for itself.
What do you love about creating games?
If I had to pick a moment that really stands out to me, it's when you made something fun when you're prototyping it, and it feels fun when you play it. I think that's when I get the shivers. In my case, specifically to Jet Set Radio, when I was making this game, I just went into it thinking, you know what? I don't know if this is really gonna sell or what the revenue is gonna look like or what the market wants, but I think this is cool, and I think people are gonna understand it. So that's how I approached it. I just wanted to make something that I thought was awesome, and then people relating to it would follow. And if I got fired because it didn't sell, then so be it.
I think that's all we have time for, but thank you guys so much. Give a hand for everyone on stage.
Frank, did you have a good time or?
Dude, I got my Japanese copy of Jet Set Radio signed. I practiced Japanese.
And they commented on your shirt.
They like my shirt. I got a Harajuku. The Q&A, the moderator was excellent. It was incredible.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff.
Exclusive scoop.
Exclusive.
They're so humble and friendly. I met so many fans with old school merch. Dude, how did it feel putting this on?
It was great. It was really exciting to do this for the fans. I know people were really excited to come out. So yeah, it was really cool to see everybody really excited to have the devs out here.
Yeah, awesome. 25 years.
25 years. And more to go. Let's hope. It'll be great.
Let's